Hey guys, give me a few minutes here. Just want to do one quick thing. Fed the cat, been to the bathroom, I've got a drink. Just trying to think what I need. This only going to be a quick stream anyway, yeah. I thought I'd do this because I've had actually in the past where people have asked me what kind of things do you need to do ghost hunting. Well, basic stuff really. The first thing I ever started off with was, for EVP wise, my Nokia. First thing I ever used. Used it for EVPs. First ever EVP was the voice of my dad saying, "Love you, son." That was the first ever EVP I caught. And then I started using it more and more and more. And I've always used this. I've got 4 or 5 of these actually because they're pretty good for EVP recordings. And you can save your EVPs to like your internal memory card as well, and then download them and just run through them and see what EVPs you did get. So this was the first ever thing I actually started off with ghost hunting, and I've always had pretty good results on these. You can always later update, which I did, to a proper audio recorder. I've probably got about 10 different recorders, not including 5 of my Nokias. I've got about 10 different digital recorders as well. I find that different recorders pick up different sounds, different frequencies. Sometimes you can hear it more clearer on one EVP recorder than you do on another recorder. So eventually you can always update to a proper recorder. The second thing that I started off with in the paranormal was candles. I actually communicated with my dad through candlelight as well. I had 2 candles, 2 different colours, and I was asking my dad to manipulate one candle, then the other one. So one candle would be yes, the other candle would be no. And most of the questions I asked him was mainly always yes. So candles pretty good for for communicating with spirits. I always use candlelight, not so much just for communicating, but it gives that kind of special sense of feeling. You're offering the spirits love and light and friendship, and that kind of stuff. So candles is pretty good for communicating. You can use 2 different ones and ask them to manipulate one candle for yes questions and the other one for no answer questions. So if I had 2 candles lit right now, that was a yes and that was a no. If I said, "Are you a good spirit?" and the candle flickered very rapidly on that one, while the candle was kind of stationary on that one, and that means the answer is yes. But spirits can tell porcupines. They might try to be friendly and nice to you when they could possibly be lying through their back teeth. So candlelight was the next one. Then I got myself a camera and I started going out at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when everyone was asleep, crept out, and I started taking pictures. And I was capturing a lot of orb activity outside from where I lived. Just over the road to me, where I used to live in College Wood, was an old people's home. And I used to catch quite a few interesting orb activity around that old people's home. And down the opposite way to me, heading down to the newsagents, there used to be a little block of flats, and I used to just walk up the driveway and take photos. And there's a little bush, a rose bush, I think it was. And I was just taking random photos, and suddenly this bush suddenly grew to a 5 foot tall. And there was an apparition of a man dressed in camouflage. And the weirdest thing was he had a really long kind of moustache. So that was kind of unusual, to catch something like that. And I actually posted it on Facebook, and people did say, "Yeah, that looks like someone dressed in camouflage." military guy. Why did he have great big, like, bushy moustache, you know, kind of thing? Really weird. So, you know, cameras, pretty good. You don't have to buy an expensive one. You know, this one probably costs about £25–30. You can get them cheap on eBay. You know, 12 megapixels onwards is better. Because what I feel like, spirits actually do manipulate the pixeling on cameras, and you do see more for that pixelization than you do like normal pictures, I suppose. I've got many hundreds, even thousands of like unusual photos on camera. From the first ever one, I think it was like a man dressed all in black in a cemetery. It was way back, you know, probably about 400 meters away from me, quite a long way. And I didn't know until I got home and I started like going through the pictures and then zoomed in. There's a man dressed in all black, looked like he had a cloak on and a black hat, a bit like the Undertaker, the wrestler. And I posted that on Facebook as well. And this photography guy, who is professional, he said that looks like one of the Undertakers that used to possibly walk around the cemetery during daytime and night time, because in the early Victorian times there used to be a lot of like grave robbing. So, you know, that's probably what you'd call. And you know, they used to wear these long black cloak, kind of like garments, and you know, an unusual, like, looks like a cowboy hat kind of thing. And he goes, I believe that is like an Undertaker you've called. So, you know, cameras are pretty interesting. They can capture some really unusual things, you know, orbs. You know, we've caught mist. Me and Aaron and Simon James, we caught God knows how many interesting, unusual, crazy ass photos on our cameras. So a camera, 12 megapixel onwards, you know, you can get different types of cameras. You can get converted cameras into like full spectrum, which I have got. I've got a Pixar one, which has been converted. What that does, it makes the, instead of like a normal photo when you take it or when you turn it on, it actually makes the color like a violet, a reddish violet color. Some people say it's like a purple as well. And that's what happens when you take pictures. Oh, I've got like a video on my YouTube somewhere where I actually used it. Because with cameras you can actually still use this to video as well as take pictures as well. So, you know, you can do both on it. Let's move on to EMF devices. EMF devices, K2 meters. Bought one of these. I think the first one I ever bought was about, seems like 10 years ago, but it wasn't. It's about 5 years ago when I first bought my K2 meter. And, you know, some people still think that, you know, K2 meters ain't a great kind of like device to use for ghost hunting because it can be easily manipulated. Well, I kind of differ about that. You know, what is actually making that go off? You know, if there's no one around a K2 meter and you've got it stationary against a headstone or something like that, or on a bench, a table, and you're, you know, all well away from it and it's lining up, something's got to be interacting with that. You know, even if people say, well, it's some kind of like you're causing some type of like EMF for your body. Well, why, if we are actually causing that EMF, why is the K2 not meter going off all the time? You know, if we're generating our own EMF, electromagnetic field, which is meant to be manipulating that, then why is it not going off all the time? We believe spirits create their own EMF and set these off for us. Sometimes spirits can have a lot of energy and make them go crazy, you know, hit red. Some spirits don't have a lot of energy and only can just barely make it go second green. Some speakers don't have energy and don't make them go off at all. But yeah, the K2 meter, there's a pretty good device. Or you can get something like this, the Golf meter. I don't really use this that much. You know, I'm picking up something, but that's probably the TV. Yeah, that's the TV's picking up. Because the TV's getting off in its own like static electric EMF. So this is probably picking up the TV. You can hear it. Might be picking up the microphone. I don't know. But if you press the button in and you put it to one side, if anything, it goes near it, it will make it click, just like a K2 meter. But some devices do not give better results than other devices do. This gives me more results than this one does. Even like some K2 meters, like this for instance, if you kind of like shake it about sometimes, it does go off. But this is one of the genuine ones. They have got a couple of different types of K2 meters, and the ones which are a bit more, ain't as genuine, just like a little loose shake will actually make the K2 meter go off even more. So this is one of the genuine ones. This is the one which I've got like a little black piece of tape on there, because every time I used to go Mitch & Common, this used to go crazy. And I believe that's the spirit of Leonard. And, I said, well, Leonard, you want to, use this as your own K2 meter, let me know. And he went completely bonkers. So I said, okay, and I put a little black tape on it, knowing that this is the one that Leonard likes using. Ghost boxes. Now, I've got several types of ghost boxes. The best one I use is the Sandrium, which is the DT200X. You can't get these anymore. They're very rare. If you do get them, you're paying a lot of money. I originally paid nearly £100 for this. £50 for the actual radio, £25 postage. Then I got stung another £25 import cost. So you're talking about £100. Then I had to hack it myself because it wasn't hacked. You can get like newer versions of these, but they're very, very difficult to hack. Now you need the older versions. And how old this is, I've got no idea. I've had this about 5 years, and people have said to me, "Will you sell it?" No, I won't sell it. I've even been offered £200 for it, and I said, "No, I'm not going to sell it." So the ghost box, there's different types. You can get the PSB 7, PSB 11. I think they suck, them ones. I've never had really any good responses off the PSB 7 or the PSB 11, but people swear by them. They have got a couple of different types of the PSB 7s out now. One which has been detuned, which is supposed to give a better more result. But nah, I don't really like them. I've got the PSB 7 and the PSB 11, which is two PSB 7s into one ghost box. That's what it is. But it's got a couple of other features on it. I have got it in the drawer, but I'm not going to dig it out. I'll probably do a little kind of review on PSB 7, PSB 11 some other time. If you're going to use the ghost box, get an external speaker. Because sometimes the speaker brings out EVPs a lot more clearer. Especially you've got one which is kind of like been modified, desynced, where it doesn't give out that much static. Now you can get different types of like speakers. Some people use speakers like this. Some people I've seen use little square speakers like this. Now this has actually got built-in radio, but you can't use it as a ghost box, because when you actually try scanning, actually that's the volume, I think. Someone has actually tried hacking these, but they ain't possible. But they are pretty good for, like, you know, the external speaker. These ones have actually got like a little flashing light on it as well at the bottom. Some have actually got flashing lights all around the sides of them, you know, but they are pretty good for external speakers on the Ghost Box. I think these were about £15, something like that. And these ones are a couple of quid on eBay, you know, from China. But the only problem with these, the internal battery does not last that long, and you can't take it out to replace it unless you like cut open the speaker. Some may last, you know, several months. Some will only last a month. I've bought loads, and I've had to throw a load away because they don't last that long. So it would be better getting a proper external speaker, you know, something like this, or some other kind of like external speaker. But Sandrum's pretty good Ghost Box. I've got other Ghost Boxes which I do a review on some other time as well later. So what do you need so far to start off with? An EVP recorder, being either your mobile phone or a proper one. A Ghost Box. A camera. An EMF meter. Some people will take an EM pump with them, whether it be inside or outside. It generates its own electromagnetic field. Spirits are known to be able to use the EMF that's been generated through a magnet inside this device. Is what it is. It's a magnet being spun around on a little motor, and it's generating its own EMF. And spirits have told me that they can use that to build up some of the energy that they require to when they want to communicate with us. So some of these will actually work. Some people, you know, I used to sell these on eBay for about 20 quid. And, you know, people were just starting out. And I swear on this year, used to say, you know, since I've got your EM pump, Steve, I feel like the energy is built up. You know, I'm getting better results. I'm getting more EVPs. Things are going crazy in my house right now. So do they work? Or is it just someone making you feel a bit more happy that, you know, you sold them something and it's supposed to be working? No, every kind of device that we use, it's just hearsay. You know, if it's going to work, it's going to work. If it don't, it don't. I've got equipment which I've had for years and I've not had no result on them at all. I've even got like my millimeter, which I left in the kitchen. I'll quickly go and grab that. So this is a millimeter. It's another EMF kind of device that's similar to what the K2 meter does. But this one's got like temperature. It tells you the temperature at the bottom. You know, in Celsius or Fahrenheit. The milligauss up there gives you the readout of what's actually manipulating the antenna. This one's got like its K2 meter built in. I bought this, right, and I never used to get hits on it at all. Honestly, not on the K2 built-on meter. Never used to get hits on it. So until probably about after having this for 2 years, I turned it on in the kitchen one day and it started going off. And I generally explain to the spirits what it does, what they need to do to make these go off. And it's like over 2 years before it can start going off. You can get other kind of like millimeters without the LED K2 built into it, without the antenna. You get the basic one for about £90. This one costs about 150, more than that actually, because it's got the K2 built into it, and it's got the flashlight. Well, they say that's, I don't know why they say it, but they say that's the ghost light, you know, the shadow detector. do is get an orange light and connect to a battery, and you can use that as a fucking shadow detector. But it does, like, you know, light up the room quite nicely when you've got a new light battery in there. Sometimes some of the equipment will run down because of the batteries. Again, spirits use the energy from your batteries to try to communicate with us. So whatever kind of device you're going to use, always make sure you've got plenty of batteries, because they can drain battery power. Actually, I'm going to unblock Simon Manley here because he's got the point now. And I'm actually going to bring that up. Let's unblock him. Because he has brought up a little piece of, like, good evidence, well, not evidence, but good little kind of tips to there. So what else can you use on a ghost hunting? Well, I did eventually buy myself a camcorder. Now, these camcorders are pretty good. They're Sony. They've got built-in 30 gig hard drive, and on top they've got a little switch there to put it in night vision. Some cameras don't have night shot on, and when you're using it, you can't see shit out of it, you know, especially in a dark place. So what you will need, so you can see what's in front of you in the dark, is some IR lights. And these will actually light up your camcorder, and they will give you a little bit of extra light for you to pick up anything paranormal in front of you. But with these ones, because I've got infrared night shot, they are pretty good. I'll show you the difference between it. Now that's, I don't know if you see that actually, but that's in night shot. And if I take that off, you know, there is a big difference. And you don't really need these if you're in a home, like, you know, residential. They're handy, you know, it will brighten up the room a bit more, but you don't really need these, to be honest with you, if you're doing just the residential. But you will need these if you're outside doing a paranormal investigation, definitely, especially in like cemeteries and stuff like that, or like woodlands, forests, you know, even dark, damp, dingy dungeons and castles and stuff. You know, have an IR light, and make sure you've got plenty of battery for your IR, and make sure you've got some extra batteries for your camcorder. This battery lasts like 300 minutes. I've gone on an investigation, fully charged battery, and within 10 minutes it's drained, because, as I say, spirits do drain battery power. If you want to communicate, they need to build up that energy, and they need to get the energy from somewhere. So they start draining your equipment. As soon as they start giving you that activity that you want, all your devices suddenly go down, because they've used that energy from your batteries, and you think, shit, you know, you've got to quickly change the battery over, and hopefully you're going to catch something. So yeah, batteries, plenty of batteries, camcorder batteries, batteries for your IR light, you know, 9-volt batteries, type batteries, you know, take plenty of batteries with you. Camcorder batteries, take plenty, you know, charged up. I usually take about 3 or 4 camera. I'll take 2 of these ones, and I'll take a couple of these ones with me as well. So, like, you know, this is like about 150, 200 minutes, while this one's like 300 minutes. So, you know, even if I'm not getting that much activity, at least I can use that camcorder up to 300 minutes. And, you know, as long as it, you know, it depends on how much video I'm taking. You know, this will take up to 30 gig. So that will probably about up to about 10 hours of video, I think, something like that. Now, yeah, also flashlights. Always take flashlights. I always take at least 2 or 3 flashlights for me. Those are the ones that go on your head, because it gives you that extra hands-free then, and that way you ain't got to carry your flashlight, your camera, your recorder, your camcorder, and you're trying to use them all in one go. It's not going to happen. You've only got one pair of hands. So what you need is that with your IR lights, you buy these like little brackets, and then you can like connect your camcorder up, your camera, like so. Sometimes you can have another little connector at the bottom, like I've done with this one. You could even put another kind of bracket coming out that way, and then you got more of a, you got your 2 IR lights, you got your camcorder. You can even have a camera with a one of those like felt things and stick that on top, so you can be going around clicking. So I've even seen people with audio recorders stuck at the back of the IR camera. Some other people buy different kind of equipment to have more than 3 or 4 items connected. I've got one, but I can't remember what I've done with it. There it is. Some people will buy something like this, another kind of device. You can have your IR light up here, camera here. You can have one of those brackets sticking out in 2 places, and have like 4 items connected to this one thing. So these are pretty good. These are about 15 quid on eBay, but I'm happy to go around, walk around with something like that. And if I need to, I stick a EVP recorder, say like there, thing, and then like maybe a camera on top as well. It's going to be a lot more heavier, but it's going to work if you want it to work that way. So little tips there. Okay, so yeah, another thing, like that guy said, that Simon, food depends on how long you're going to be out for. I normally take 2 or 3 bottles of drink with me. I even sometimes take food with me, because you don't know how long you're going to be out. Seriously, you could be out an hour, then on the way home you could go to the takeaway shop and get something to eat. If you're on an all-night investigation, you're going to need food. Otherwise you're going to get hungry. And when you're eating food, you're generating that extra energy as well. Everything you do with your human body, you're generating energy, and that's helping the spirits to also regain some of that energy from you. Not just from your batteries, but from you as well, because spirits can use different types of energy to conjure up that activity that you're waiting for. So biscuits, crisps, cakes, drinks, make sure you've got you're going to need a flashlight to find where your food is, and where you going to put it all? Well, I'll show you. Nice little bag. This one I actually use for ghost hunting. Now, this one I was shown by, I think it was Rusty Reporter. He actually got one, and this was about £25, something like that. It's got things that you can put, like, okay, I want to stick the ghost box in there and the speaker. Okay, I'm going to put maybe the millimeter there so it doesn't break the antenna. You can put your K2 meter there. camera with a K2 meter. Now you're going to stick the EM pump in there, stick the EM pump. You know, you can put your batteries. Take that off. Your IR lights can go down now. That's going to be a little bit more difficult to put in, so I would have to take that off actually. You know, the camcorder can go there, take the battery off. Now look, it's all there, done, ready. All I've got to do is set it up. I'm ready to go out on an investigation. Hang on a minute, how about my drinks? My food, my crisps. Okay. What compartment is it? This one. So it's got a compartment in front. So I'll stick my biscuits in there. I'll stick my asthma thing in there if I need it. Stick my bottle in there. My torch. My extra speaker. My mobile phone. Hang on. My audio recorder. It's all in there. Then I've got my front packet as well, where I can stick a few extra batteries in, you know. It's all in there, ready to go. Got my drink, my food, my biscuits, my torch, my batteries, everything I need to go on the ghost hunt is there, ready to go. Oh, hang on, there is one more thing. Now you're going to laugh at this, but it really is necessary if you're going to go out, side investigation, and you're going to be there 2 or 3 hours, because you never know where you might have to go. Toilet paper. Seriously. You know, I've been on investigations where I've had to go to the loo. You know, and I've had to go. I always carry toilet paper. You know, women, they need toilet paper. So, you know, even if you don't want to go, if you've got a female investigator, oh, that's going to go to the toilet, go behind the bush. It's toilet paper. You know, some people take napkins and wipes and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, even if you think, oh, that's a bit stupid, it ain't. Because you never know when you're going to get caught. Now, I've been on investigations where I thought, oh, God, I'm busting to go, Lou. And guys, I've got to go behind that bush. I've got to relieve myself. And I've had to do it. And I'm saying, right, Spirit, is anyone around here? You can't be watching what I'm doing. You know, give me that respect. No coming around and shaking that bush and scaring the shit out of me. So that's all I'm going to probably be doing anyway. And I'll do it, you know. It's just nature. When you need to go, you go. So, you know, there's no harm in taking it. Oh, and also, take some protection. Crucifixes. Now, you can take a Bible. I've sometimes taken Bibles or prayers with me for protection. I've taken blessed water and holy salt with me as protection. Now, that is the kind of stuff that if you're into the paranormal in a very deep way, then I would advise you to take blessed water and holy water and blessed salt with you. Because you're doing cemeteries, like I used to do in the past. When I finish, I'll come out, I'll say a prayer, and I just like scatter a little bit of salt to stop them spirits coming over and following me. You know, it's just that little bit of extra protection. So, dumb cat watching me. So yeah, like, you know, there's so many things that, you know, you could be taking with you. You know, that's just like some of the basic stuff. Some people would just probably take a mobile phone and do video on their phone. But the thing is, you ain't going to be able to take good video in the pitch black with a mobile phone. It's not going to happen. Even if you've got your torch on, sometimes it might work, sometimes it won't work. Some mobile phones don't give you that torch facility anyway. So, you know, it's worth you know, it's actually worth investing in some, you know, better equipment. And if you ain't got equipment, just use your basic stuff. A mobile phone to do audio, mobile phone to do video. If you know, if it's inside a residential, a building, and you can always like start saving up. You know, because I had to save up money when I started off. You know, it took me months before I could actually buy myself a K2 meter. You know, I scrimped and scraped on eBay to get myself a camera. Then later on, I found a Poshoja in cash converters, and I was able to get that for about £40. Now on eBay, those go for over £100. So if you've got like stores such as like cash converters or second-hand electronic shops, it's worth checking in there because you might be able to get some of the stuff in there quite cheap, like I did at one time. And then like later on, now if you're into electronics, you can build your own equipment. I've built some stuff. I've given stuff away to like Living Dead Paranormal, and they've had great like results on the stuff I've sent them. But yeah, you know, that's all you really need. You know, if you're going on your own, be careful. You know, make sure that people know where you're going. Make sure you got some form of communication with you, so you're like tripping out yourself. You know, call the emergency service. You know, let the person know who you've told where you're going. Let them know that you know you've injured yourself, and you know you need them to come and pick you up. Oh, and another thing you need. I don't know if I've got one here actually. No, I haven't. Probably my other rucksack in the living room. But always take a first aid kit as well with you. Yes, a first aid kit. Basic one. Plasters, band-aid, septic cream, bandages. Because you never know, you know, you might get fallen over, scratch yourself, cut yourself open. You know, that is another essential kind of a piece of equipment. Tablets, you know, for headaches, painkillers, stuff like that. It's always like, you know, a good piece of item to take with you. You know, I've gone and to locations and got splitting headaches and had to take, you know, like ibuprofen headache tablets. So you know, that's also worth consider taking. You know, put it in your rucksack, ready to go. You know, you could have your gear ready within 10 minutes. You know, have all your stuff like charged up overnight before you go, so you know all your batteries are charged up. Make sure you got working batteries, and just test them before you go. Make sure your camera is formatted so you ain't got old stuff on there. So I've done that before. I've gone out, done an investigation, and it says like camera full, and I'm thinking, crap, I've not formatted it. And I've had to format the previous investigation, and I'm thinking, did I put that on my computer? I'm hoping I did, because if I didn't and I format it, I've lost my previous investigation. What you want to do is that when you go out on investigation, you know, you don't have to do it straight away, but put your evidence, your video evidence, your EVPs, everything on your computer. Make sure it's on your computer, and then format your hard drive on your camcorder, your memory card, your audio recorder, whatever. Because then when you go out, it's ready to go there and then, straight away kind of thing. And also make sure you got your keys to get back in. I've gone out and then I've forgot my keys before. And make sure you take your keys as well. But that's it really. You know, I have got videos on my YouTube where I've got so much stuff. You know, I've done like little, well, like hour, 2 hours long of like previewing all my equipment. But what I will do in the next couple of weeks, I'll do a little review on the cameras I've got, my camcorders I've got, and my audio recorders I've got. So then that way you'll be able to see what I have got and what, you know, what I think is better equipment. You know, some people got different taste in equipment. Some might prefer Sony equipment, while other ones might think Panasonic's better. You know, and I've got both. I've got Sony, Panasonic, got different types. You know, I've even got this one. This is a night vision camera. That cost about £70 on eBay. Only problem was the battery. You only got one battery, and the batteries weren't available spares. I had to wait like probably nearly 4 or 5 months before they actually started selling the batteries as spares. And when they started selling them, they was like about £8 each. So, like, you know, if you're going to buy one, you got to make sure you can get spare batteries for them, because otherwise, you know, this battery only lasts about 30 minutes. And it takes like 2 hours to charge up. So I did watch your channel the other night, actually. Yeah, I didn't say nothing. I kept quiet. Yeah, I'll come on your panel one day. Can't do it Monday because I'm doing one with Rose, actually. I know she done a quick chat video today, and I just sat there being quiet. No, I don't know if she's actually watching, but the good thing was, if she reviews that video she done, although it's only an hour, she's got a Ouija board, right, and it's got Salem at the bottom. So I think it might have been used in one of the actual Salem witchcraft investigations or something, yeah, because it's actually got it printed at the bottom, Salem. Now, on a ghost box session, I heard Salem come through the ghost box, and I didn't say nothing. I thought, well, let her fucking sit there and watch it. I don't know if she does. I don't watch my videos after time, to be honest with you. You know, I leave it to you guys, and if you see anything kind of crazy, you let me know. Then I just go and watch it. If you don't see nothing, then don't. But yeah, I'll come on your stream one day. I didn't know you was doing one tonight. You know, I normally get notifications. I don't know if I've got yours notification on or not. I'll have to check. Go to channel. This one. Sometimes I'll get it, sometimes I don't. You know what YouTube is like. Fucks up half the time. But yeah. I found my thing that I lost the other day, yeah. Now, when I done my Halloween thing, yeah, I was cussing because I lost something. I was kind of pissed off with it, I think. I was saying, how can I bloody lose that? Now, I was supposed to be doing this room tonight, but I didn't get up till late again. You know, I didn't go to bed till late this morning, about 6 o'clock. So I decided to watch Dunkirk, that World War II movie, because I want to get back into the military side of paranormal again soon. And after I went to sleep, and I got up about fucking like 4:30, 5 o'clock time, and I started pulling a couple of bits out, and I found what I bloody lost. How can someone lose something this big? I did. I thought I lost it outside, and I've not even opened it yet, and it was supposed to be for Halloween. So let me just take that over there. Let's move these. So, like, you know, I do my own kind of like little things, my Ian pumps. Battery's gone flat on this one, actually. No, temperature. Built an Ian pump. I don't know if you can hear that. That's like the thing. Catch you later, Sarah. So yeah, I actually was going to use this on my Halloween, but I thought I lost it on the way home. And it's just like a little kind of like black blanket thing. That's all it is. I thought he had like something like this on there, but he hasn't. It's just a black blanket. So what I'm going to be doing is I will probably use it on my altar at some stage, or chop it up and buy that fucking evil cow Hilda or Hilda, whatever God name is, and stick her in it, because I still feel like she's an evil cow. And if she was able to talk to me the other day in the kitchen, when she shouldn't be able to, because she's supposed to be bound in that box in that cupboard in the kitchen, she came out and spoke to me. So I'll probably cut some of that off and bind her in it again. So I stuck her in like a white and black kind of like clown costume thing. You've been fed. Go away. So anyway, that's what I just wanted to share with you. With some. Oh, here's another kind of speaker which I use. It's got like bass, triple, and volume. I don't want to knock that down. Well, I've got a can of drink open, and I've already got another one over there already on. This is like a thermal camera. Originally, it was £400. When I was checking one day, I saw a sale on it for 300, and I was able to get it for 300. It's like a thermal camera. Got several different filters on there. I have caught some interesting bits and pieces on it, which I uploaded on my Facebook and G+. It's not like, you know, the actual popper gun ones. I know a couple of people who's got these. I'm not going to mention their names, so I don't really want to mention their names. But thing is, if something goes past you, you know, you got to have this set ready. And if you put it on like you know your normal setting, if you're pointing it and something walks past, you got to really click it quick, in hoping that you caught it, because like this, you know, a shadow movement can go so quickly. Once you press your capture, you practically missed it already. So you know, these are pretty good. So you know, £400 these were on eBay, not eBay, Amazon. And I saw one slightly cheaper, 300. It was a Christmas sale, I think it was. And I thought, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy it. Is that it also has a nice little torch in it. And you can actually do, if I turn the light off, right, torch is off now, right? Look at the different brightnesses you get. You get that one. You get that one. Then press again. So you got one, two different kind of like brightnesses on it. So that's what I like that for. But you know, you've got like different filters. That's one filter. I don't know, you see it probably on it actually. It is hard to see. But you've got like several different filters. You've got, you know, you've even got your black and white one. There's another one. I don't think you can see them properly. This one looks like a black and white. But you know, you can use each filter. You know, you ain't going to get the same kind of like spiritual activity. You know, like If you see a shadow person, you ain't gonna get it on like full spectrum and then like the next one down, because it's going to take time for it to flick onto the next filter. And until you click to the next filter, that shadow's probably gone anyway. Unless it's sat there, you know, motionless for 5 minutes, then you go through all some filters and click, 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 capture, capture, capture. But the problem is, if you buy one, you know, it actually charges up through a USB port, which is down here and also down there. I don't you see? That's where you stick your memory card. So your memory card goes at the bottom as well. So there's the USB, and just above the USB is where your memory card goes. I think that goes up to like 32 gig for the memory. And when it takes about, well, up to about 4 hours, I think, to charge it up, maybe a bit longer, because it's got its own internal lithium battery. Oh, and the other millimeters you might consider what I'm buying, it's like these tri-field meters. No, they're okay. I've had some interactions with them, but I think these are a bit clumsy, this, because like if you're walking around, you know, it is going to go off. I've even seen ghost hunters like use them, and like this person walking around going, "Oh look, I'm getting hits! I'm getting hits!" Damn thing! It's causing like static, electronic energy around it, you know. So the only way they're going to be able to do it is if it's on electric, and then that way it's very hard for it to go off unless you actually put your hand in front of it. Some is magnetic and electric. So I'll put it on magnetic, wait until it lowers down. Obviously, just walking around, it's going off. So you need to stick it on electric if you're going to walk around. Radio microwave, which I've not really ever used. And it's got like a battery test, so you can check your battery in it. The only downside about this though is that you've got to take 4 screws out to change the battery. So that's it really. I'm going to dig any more stuff out. Don't get these. Do not get them. They're shit. Honestly, they are shit. I can't turn my one on because my battery keeps going flat on this one. But they are shit. So that one, shit. That's just got that. It's got two of the circuit boards to this inside that. The only good thing I like on this is the light. The light, that's all it is, the shadow light. And it's just a fucking bulb. I can make loads of shadow lights. Now you want your temperature, if you want temperature as well. Oh, I knew that would make the cat run. These are good for cats, making them run around. I'm not going to do it. Right, so that's definitely it now, guys. I'm not getting no more gear out. I could get different ghost boxes out. I could get different EMF meters out. I could get God knows what out. And this could lead up to like a 4-hour video, and I'm not going to do that because I want to get some sleep early tonight and go out tomorrow. Well, today, and see what happens. I have tried making power banks, but they're very awkward. Where kind of like near enough caught on fire, so I stopped doing them. I just like look on eBay and buy them off eBay. So no, that kind of stuff I don't really mess around with. You know, I do build some devices, but I've like the highest 9-volt. Anything higher than 9-volt, I don't tamper with. That I can't even pronounce it now. Electrically experienced. I'm not no electrical technician. So I pull that in my bag and I've got to take it all out and put it back for Monday night now. Now I'm doing a stream with Rose Monday, hopefully. So be ready for Monday. I won't be doing a stream tonight. Now, I just want to show you one thing here. I'm hoping that these will help me to stop snoring from now on when I do a live event. In here, when I'm sleeping, this is these. And what they do, apparently, is that you open them up, stick them there, right, and you go to sleep. And apparently these push into the vessels what makes you snore. And unless I've got my mouth open, you'll probably hear me snoring. But if I've got my mouth shut, it stops the snoring coming out your nose. So if it works or not, I do not know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do a little dummy one tonight. I formatted my camera. I've got it all set up. Well, I ain't got it set up, but I can set it up. Just put it next to me, stick this up my nose, and see if I snore tonight. If I don't snore, then that's going to be a bonus. Because I actually bought 2 of these. One for spare, in case I lose one. And these were, they come in a little kind of like plastic casing. It was about £1.50 each. So I thought, hey, I'll always try something once, you know. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. At least I don't spend that like £50 or £100 on something that says it's going to work and it ain't going to work. So I'm going to try that tonight. So anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. And I hope some of this information may have been, you know, helpful and knowledgeable to you. You don't need to go out and buy shitloads of equipment, spend hundreds, even thousands of pounds. Just get the basic stuff you need: an EVP recorder, a camera, a flashlight, and then you can go out and do ghost hunting. And then later on, you can buy yourself a night vision camcorder and, you know, K2 meter or some other kind of off EMF detector, and just build up like I did. You know, it's taken me like nearly 6 years to get everything I've got, and there's still stuff I want to get. You know, I want to get one of those proper hand thermal cameras, but they're like £2.5 grand, which I'm never going to be able to get. So gonna happen. So anyway, good night everyone. I won't be on tonight, Sunday, I don't think. It's a stream on Monday, so catch you later. And I'll upload a little video if that snoring helps me. You know, those little nose things. So they do. That's going to be good, because when I do my nighttime investigations, you won't keep hearing me bloody snore. That's if they do help. I'll upload a little video saying they worked or not. If they don't, then I won't. So anyway, catch you later.